If you double the number of experiments you do per year, you are going to double your inventiveness. Life's too short to hang out with people who aren't resourceful. A brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. You earn reputation by trying to do hard things well. One of the only ways to get out of a tight box is to invent your way out. What we need to do is always lean into the future. When the world changes around you, and when it changes against you, what used to be a tailwind is now a headwind. You have to lean into that and figure out what to do, because complaining isn't a strategy. I like treating things as if they are small. You know, Amazon, even though it is a large company, I want it to have the heart and spirit of a small one. Focus on cost improvement makes it possible for us to afford lower prices, which drives growth. Growth spreads fixed costs across more sales, reducing cost per unit, which makes possible more price reductions. Customers like this, and it's good for shareholders. Please expect us to repeat this loop. Your margin is my opportunity. The great thing about fact-based decisions is that they overrule the hierarchy. Market leadership can translate directly to higher revenue, higher profitability, greater capital velocity, and correspondingly, stronger returns on invested capital. Part of company culture is path-dependent. It's the lessons you learn along the way. The common question that gets asked in business is why. That's a good question, but an equally valid question is why not? If you don't understand the details of your business, you are going to fail. I'm skeptical of any mission that has advertisers as its centerpiece. In the old world, you devoted 30% of your time to building a great service and 70% of your time to shouting about it. In the new world, that inverts. My own view is that every company requires a long-term view. A company shouldn't get addicted to being shiny because shiny doesn't last. Seek to build a community to make better choices in the people with whom you partner. That's the only way to have greater long-term impact on the world. I would rather interview 50 people and not hire anyone than hire the wrong person. I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret that. But I knew that one thing I might regret is not trying. The one thing that offends me the most is when I walk by a bank and see ads trying to convince people to take out second mortgages on their home so they can go on vacation. That's approaching evil. If you're good at course correcting, being wrong may be less costly than you think, whereas being slow is going to be expensive for sure. I believe you have to be willing to be misunderstood if you are going to innovate. Invention is by its very nature disruptive. If you want to be understood at all times, then don't do anything new. The thing about inventing is you have to be both stubborn and flexible. The hard part is figuring out when to be which. What's dangerous is not to evolve, not to invent, not to improve the customer experience. It's not an experiment if you know it's going to work. If you decide that you're going to do only the things you know are going to work, you are going to leave a lot of opportunity on the table. The keys to success are patience, persistence, and obsessive attention to detail. I want to see good financial returns, but also to me, there's the extra psychic return of having my creativity and technological vision bear fruit and change the world in a positive way. If you do build a great experience, customers tell each other about that. Word of mouth is very powerful. Your brand is what other people say about you when you are not in the room.